Alright y'all, so as y'all can see, today I'm at Mercedes-Benz of Daytona Beach, Florida, and in front of me is a 2023 EQS AMG Sedan. I'll do a full walk around as usual before I get into all the features that this car has. The exterior paint of this car is called Diamond White Metallic. This thing is pretty sleek. Alright y'all, so now we'll make our way to the hood of this car. We talk about that AMG Specific Grille. But under the hood, even though I can't open it for y'all, this car puts out 649 horsepower with 700 pound-feet of torque. They also have a boost feature which can make the horsepower go all the way up to 752, and the torque go all the way up to 751. So this car gets up. We'll take a stop by this 22-inch dark turbine style rim. Then we'll make our way to the trunk. But before we just stop by the washer fluid that goes right there. See, won't open it right now for y'all, but let's make our way to the trunk. To open the trunk, you can either use a key fob by just holding on it and it'll open for you, or just pushing right here and it'll open up for you. Okay, for trunk space, you do get a pretty huge side space in this hatch type trunk. Like, you get a good size space back here. You could pop right here to pop the seats back. It's like two buttons, you just pull them and pop the seats back. You gotta go do it yourself though after you press it. To close the trunk, all you gotta do is use a key fob or just press right here and it'll close right down for you. But you do get a pretty decent sized trunk. That's it for the exterior of this car. MPGE, we'll talk about that as we get inside this car. We'll take another walk around back to this car, just admire it for a second. This thing is sexy. All right, so for the interior, let's dive right in. Pin. Okay, so as you can see, you have a carbon fiber trim right there with space Nappa gray with these rose gold stitchings. But you have this rose gold stitching. Now we'll just dive right in to the interior. Have these black seats with this diamond type stitching to it. These seats are pretty comfortable. So you have space Nappa gray leather right there with the rose gold stitchings again. Open it, you have a massive storage inside of it. You also get two fast DC charging ports. Now let's make our way to the trunk, not the trunk, the back seats of this car, and talk about leg room. My seat is all the way back because I was playing around with it, but despite it being all the way back, I'm sitting comfortable at 6 foot tall. Actually, not that comfy, but like I could fit in here despite I have my seat all the way back. As you can see, it's all the way back. You also have a rose gold in the vent right here. You see the ambient lighting. You have cooled and heated seats back here too. Also, you can recline them. You can see, this is pretty sick. Open, unlock, you have the window, you have more carbon fiber trim. This car, let's see how the middle passenger would feel back here. Just a 6 foot tall. It's not terrible compared to like other cars I've reviewed, but this is pretty comfy. You have quad climate control zone. You can control it from back here, up front. This thing is sexy. You see the ambient lighting that goes all the way around this car. Up top you have this nice suede roofing with the panoramic sunroof, which is dual from back here and also from up there. All right, so that's really it for the rear seats of this car and the dimensions. Now we'll make our way back to the front of this car and talk about it from right there. You can also open the trunk from down here, as you can see, but unlock. See what I was talking about with my seat being all the way back? To adjust the seat, you control it from right here. But I'll give y'all a startup in a second. This car is really quiet. You look down there, you have way more storage from both sides. It's like a spaceship. Start it up, place key on the marked space. Put the key right there. And then it start up. Okay. This is so futuristic. Has this really sporty steering wheel though. The steering wheel feels amazing. The vents also have this rose gold line across them, and then you have the ambient lighting that goes all the way around. You have 64 colors with that ambient lighting. You see on this wide display screen, you have a huge map that shows you all the charge stations and stuff. Right here you have a button, charge. So you have heads up display. Y'all cannot see it, but I can. It's like right there. Have heads up display, car wash mode. There's a lot of stuff. You have towaway alarm, lane assist, interior projection, control your ACs from off this digital screen, which is cool. The passenger can do the same because it's quad zone climate control. You see there's this off, nothing's coming out. Put it up in 5. You have 2 cup holders down here. You also have 2 DC fast charging ports with a wireless charging pad. I'm gonna put my phone on it, show y'all. You also have a wireless charging pad right there. This interior of this car is sexy. I'll show y'all the different drive modes. You have individual, and every time you change one, the cluster kind of changes. You have comfort, well that's, and slippery. So you have slippery, individual, comfort, sport, and sport plus. These are all amazing drive modes. Only thing is, this car is very quiet. Like, you cannot hear a thing. This car is very quiet. I tried revving it, but there's really nothing to rev. But that's really it for the interior of this 2023 Mercedes-Benz EQS. There is a lot of features that come with this screen right here, but I'll just post the sticker so I can look at it that way, because there is a lot. So you can open the trunk from right here, open and close. This is just amazing. The more you play around with this screen, there's a lot to it. So the more you play around with it, it's the more you learn about it. Storage down here. It's just an amazing car. It's really spacious. These seats too, it's so luxurious. Like, this car is amazing.